You like my shirt? Even sided, bro. Now available on iPad Rehab Supply.
No SSL.
Yeah, that would be really
You're
fun.
louder than Paul, so I have to...
SSL, soon to be available
SS.
on all iPad Rehab Supply.
All right. Say something.
Something.
Yeah. Something again?
Something again.
Yeah, that should be
Nice
it.
and reasonably quiet.
Okay. Let's see. Is anybody watching? Oh, I should probably put this back in education.
What do you have? What do you
I had it on gaming for my Street Fighter game
Oh,
that I've been doing all day. All right. Put the chat always on top, so now it's not going to bother the other windows. We can get rid of this window of the chicken.
Oh, I see how you can respond to comments. You can see them. That's like totally unfair.
No, I have this thing where if you hit Control F12.
Yeah, but I can't see any of that.
Yeah, look, if I hit Control F12, it puts the window always on top. So
How
I
do
can
you
see
make
it.
the font like this?
You mean like over 40 friendly?
Yeah.
Well,
I told you I got that little like chat monitor, and it's like.
oh, if you could do is something like this. So can you read this?
Almost.
Can you read this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
There you go. And now it's always on
Yeah,
top. So now you
alright.
can open a schematic, and you could actually see it.
Oh, jeez, that is so tiny.
Okay,
Like
now
going back over there.
am I
Oh
to
my
your
God.
left or to your right?
I want you go back. There is no way that you can read those things. Go back to all those schematics.
Do you want me to read them in order?
All right, here. Which one?
Why are you purposely trying to make yourself
Because
feel
it's
old?
just bullshit. I don't believe it.
Okay, click
All
on
right.
one for me. I'm going to stand over here. Can you just turn the camera so people can see how far away I am from the screen?
All right.
Pan the camera. Okay, I'm sitting all the way over here. The screen is over there.
Yes.
Okay, now turn it back.
Look how tiny that is. No
okay,
one
now,
can read
now
that.
Click on anything. Click on any number, and I will read it right from here.
Is this what you memorized right after?
820-2877 for an 820-3023 for a 2011 13-inch.
God damn it.
820-3437 for a 13-inch from 2013.
All right, how about that?
820-2936 for a 2011 81278.
All right. How about?
That's you also shrunk it. That's smaller than
I
it was
know.
before.
I shrunk it.
You-
Give me
you-
your chance.
this
All
is
right,
not
read
fair.
that. That's
LB 820-3180 board view and file and schematic.
I can read that here.
3180 or 3190? I'm starting to
3190.
I don't know
The
what that's
back
for.
here, I can't even tell if that thing if it's a blank or not.
That's because you old lady.
It would be like E. That's the lowest
Okay.
line I can read.
You can't actually see the long screw in the microscope here.
Why not?
You can barely see it. Let's see. Okay, you
That's
probably
the
need
point.
more light.
That's what you're gonna teach today, bro.
But I'm
It's
not
teaching time.
All right, so what's that?
All right,
Is it the skid mark on the bottom?
on the top. See the little like
This?
circle? Yeah. There we go. Here, let's do a. Does it have long screw? Yes or no? That's what we
Can
did
you make your
before.
mic centered? I got you on separate channels. Huh?
Huh?
Oh, shizzle.
Mic centered.
My bad, bro.
How is Jessa's gallbladder? Let's not talk about Jessa's gallbladder.
Why do you talk about your gallbladder on stream?
Because my stream is just nothing but geriatric.
Oh, crap. You're right. Whoops. Okay, everybody lower your volume. This is going to be painful.
Why is it going to be painful? People turned it up.
No, because now it's going through a limiter. So now that's going to be way louder than it was before.
Oh.
Okay, now you should hear us properly. Ha!
I can barely read my screen from 4 feet away. Yes, exactly.
You're probably Jessa's age.
Named Colton Beasley. No, it's a kid.
You can only see like 2 comments in the window now that I've put it to a size that you can
What are you
read.
talking about? This is great. All right. Okay. Does this screw hole have long screw damage? Has anybody ever shoved something too big for that hole? Yes or no?
Yes.
Close. No. This one, see how it's just trash in the trash can, but the bottom of the trash can is still intact? All right, next screw hole.
That looks like a happy screw hole.
All right, where's the next screw hole? Right here, screw hole. Where'd you go? Not you. All right, here we go. Here's another one. All right. does that one. So think about trash can. It can have trash in it, but the bottom of the trash can, nobody can jump in it. So long screw, yes or no?
My wife just had her gallbladder out. How long did it take you for recovery? How long was your...
To be determined, I guess. I don't know. Should I? Let's vote. Let's let stream decide whether or not I should get my gallbladder taken out.
I think you should try vegan.
Well,
Don't eat
yeah.
Miracle Mike.
Why?
Don't eat Miracle Mike.
I think we should. Who thinks that it's okay to eat Miracle Mike, the headless chicken? I think it's fine. I think he's a vegan chicken.
I think the reason he doesn't have a chicken is because you just eat. Do you have chickens in your backyard, or do you just have a bunch of headless chickens?
We have one left, and it's like so super lonely. And
Is
that
it because
chicken went through like this chicken holocaust. All right, that one has long screw damage. See it? See how at the bottom of the trash can?
It's scraped.
It's scraped, exactly. So that's what you gotta fix. You gotta make that screw hole great
How's it
again.
going, Mood?
Yeah.
Paul S. votes
Lewis
vegan
is
diet.
doing an iPhone repair. Yes, he is going to fix long screw damage.
This
Yes,
is what we
he
call
is.
male privilege. Jess's knowledge, Lewis's money.
So, what? So the chicken that is left went through this sort of like chicken holocaust, and it's got like chicken PTSD. Because we had 20 chickens. We got them in the mail. And the 20 chickens, well, that's weird. That's like back over here.
I don't have any place to put it.
What? You got
This office is...
beautiful office.
Yeah, with no... Where would you put a tripod here?
Just hang it from the ceiling, kind of.
It's weird because my neck started to hurt having to look up all the time.
Yeah. So we got 20 chickens, and they came in the mail.
Why do you have 20 chickens? And what the fuck,
anymore.
mail?
Yeah.
That sounds cruel.
Mail order chickens.
But like,
which is
they put them in a
traumatizing.
box?
Yeah, like at the post office.
Jesus.
Like Mr. McFeely comes, here's your chickens. You get them in the spring.
Mr. McFeely. What kind of Weinstein postman do you have?
Mr. McFeely.
Mr. McFeely?
From Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Sounds like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood was the beginning of rape culture. McFeely. McFeely.
Mr.
Really?
McFeely. Come on.
That's a rapey name.
That's a rapey name.
That's a very rapey name.
He's an American icon.
He
and
sounds
he's
like
not a rapist.
Weinstein's an American
He's
icon.
a
Kevin Spacey's an
mail-order
American
chicken
icon.
deliverer. That's what he does.
So he tortures chickens and rapes children, and he's on Mr.
He brings
Rogers.
the chickens, and then you have to like try to keep them alive. So we stuck them in the coop and shut them in there. Go out there, give them food and water, because we're gonna keep these chickens safe this time, because the last chickens, didn't make it. And then one night the door got left open, and a raccoon goes in there, and then the next day there's nothing but feathers, but there's 3 chickens alive. And these chickens, they escaped, so they were like out in the woods. So we pick up the three out of the 20, 3 of them are left, and take them back to the coop. And when you open the coop door and throw them in there, they're like, oh my God, not this place. This is where it happened. It was super traumatic. Anyway, they lived all summer long. Now there's 1 left. That chicken has seen some shit go down, man.
Why don't you just let him inside? You let a pig live with you. Why does a pig get the privilege of living inside?
And so did the donkeys. Oh, did I tell you that I didn't get a tetanus shot because I was teaching the course? When I went down in the basement, and where the donkey used to live and the pig used to live, in there.
Should I throw away that chair when we're done? Is this why your gallbladder doesn't work?
Maybe I have tetanus of the gallbladder. That's why. Maybe that's what happened.
You can keep that microphone, by the way. You can take that home with you. So what do I do now? Do I put do I send 20 volts to it? No. Did I tell you that my power supply now goes up to 36 volts, so I could actually send 36 volts to it if I wanted?
That doesn't sound like a feature.
Can I remove the screw hole?
Yeah.
All right.
Remove the screw bracket.
So I'm using a different... Wait, the battery's in there.
I would rather take out the battery than the whole board. What do you think about that? Let's do that.
I don't want to take out the battery because I'm going to make it explode like the guy on Facebook that Tim posted a link to.
That is fake news.
Did you see what Tim posted, the guy with the heat gun?
What?
He was trying to remove a battery with a heat gun because he couldn't get it off. So he was using his IUE station and going boom, and it blows up in his face.
Did you see what happened to us when I tried to teach this guy a lesson at the course? And because he was using his pocket knife. Pocket knife. He's from North Carolina, and he's chopping, like he's like he's shucking an oyster. And I was like, you know, we need to go outside because that's not safe. And I could see all these other mangled up batteries. So we took him outside and gave him like a battery like this. And we're like, all right, now take it out with this X-Acto knife. So he stands there and he's like jabbing this battery and it never blew up.
And he went to your course.
Uh-huh. He's a graduate. It's on YouTube. It was hilarious. But in the end, he schooled us, man, because we could not get a battery to explode.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Ask Milan got it to explode.
I remember. But that, I mean, it was hilarious. The guy's name was Jay. We were out there. We had iPad batteries, a whole big stack of them, and he is cutting them into strips in his hand right in front of the fire department. Nothing blew up. So, lithium-ion batteries, fake news. Have you ever gotten a battery out of an iPhone?
I think I replaced an iPhone 4 screen in maybe 2012.
No, like here, let's do a battery strip challenge. You got to pull this out without breaking it. It's like giant wad of chewing gum.
Isn't that whipping?
All right, now you do this one. Get it out. Without breaking it. I Googled it and oh my God. Tetanus is not contagious, Louis.
Is she the micro soldering lady? She's the maid, actually.
The maid?
She came to help me clean out the basement.
Oh my God.
Whoops.
God damn it! Now you have to pry the battery out. Like
Wait, there's this rest of it. What's this stuff?
Yeah, get it out. Like super gentle. You can do it. It's like one of these like oddly satisfying.
Is it one of these things where you can tell if you've had a stressful day or not based on whether you're able to do this without breaking it?
Yes.
It's kind of like if you can take a retina screen off in one piece, you're at peace with the world around you.
Mm-hmm. Would you ever do... God damn it. What's wrong with your life, man? Just relax. It's all right. It's a holiday.
Can I pry from the board? I'm going to pry from the board side.
Yeah, you can pry from the board side.
I always pry from the board side, especially on the iPhone 5, 5C, and 5S. Especially if I need data.
Because that's how you get the solder balls out.
You know, I've always pried when I did screen repair from the board side and I never knocked anything off.
That you know of. Would you do a sensory deprivation tank?
No.
I just heard about that thing. Not for money. Would you pay money? Would you do it if it was free? Would you do it if you had a Groupon?
It's kind of like the same thing like a strip club. I mean, if you paid me to go to a strip club, I would, but I would not for free, and I sure as fuck wouldn't pay to go to one. It's torture. I don't torture myself for free.
You don't think it's... Why is it torture? Why are you prying on the board side?
Because you're here.
Oh, my God.
If you weren't here, I would do it a different way. But you're here. It's fun.
Where is the fire extinguisher?
Actually, fuck. Where'd that go since the renovation? Well, that's one.
Well, that's like the guy that triggers the lunk alert at the gym's way of removing the battery. I'm just gonna rip it out like the Incredible Hulk.
It's data recovery. Who cares?
Great. All right.
We don't need a battery when we have a genuine iPhone Power Squid. This will power any phone from, I believe, the 4S.
The 4S. And
to the
you need a PMIC to fix all your 4S problems.
This will go from the 6 to the 7.
Rossman Repair.
But we're going to be having one next week that works from the 4 all the way up to the 7.
Wait, you still don't
And
have
it's going to be cheaper than Jessa's at iPad Rehab.
You still don't have that in stock?
No, we took that time to put an SSL certificate on our website so it doesn't steal people's credit card information.
You could sell
I'm sorry.
one right now if you hadn't thrown away the box and the $50 bill. He threw away his birthday present.
I didn't. The receptionist did.
He threw away.
I'm too important to open my own mail.
I did not take the $50 out. Because that would be rude.
She has so much money that she can knowingly put $50 into a box that she knows is going to get thrown away.
That he could just say that I don't feel like digging $50 out of that box.
How am I supposed to know $50 is in the box?
Because I streamed it and put it in there.
You think I watched that?
You commented on it.
Only to troll. I like this.
All right.
Click. I just log on, make everybody a mod, and leave. Okay. All right.
You like this? This chair is like super short. It looks like you're taller than me.
Have you made it go up?
Hmm?
Yeah. You can go higher than that if you'd like.
You were taller than me for like a second. All right, let's get this screw bracket off. Do you have flux on there?
Of course not. I don't want to use too much flux.
Well, I bet if you put some flux on there, it'll come right off.
Let's try some Amtech.
Paul S. says, if I was in that day, I would have found the 50. Yeah, Paul S., you can
Did I tell you about
go
the
down
board?
to the dump. Apparently, this other lady who was going to come in tomorrow, her mother threw away her iPhone with all her data on it. So she lives in New York City, so she calls the dump and made an appointment to go down there and pick through the New York City trash cans, and she found it, which I think is pretty impressive. I texted her on the way over here. She might come by tomorrow.
Damn, this is taking a lot of heat.
Yeah, it does take a lot of heat.
Look, I was only using the corner because I was afraid of fucking it up. And I almost did. There we go. Do you have a soldering iron tip this big?
Do I what?
Is your tip this big?
It's not about the size that really matters. It's what you do with it.
It's about whether your tip has an SSL certificate. I think I broke it. Oh, there we go. Okay, so let's see what it looks like underneath once removing that thing. So if I can zoom in where you can't see the side, then maybe it'll be easier to view it because there won't be any reflection. That's pretty mild.
Yeah, it is mild.
This is what you see it. And let me watch. I can probably fix the exposure a little bit.
Well,
right now we're
the other possibility is...
Right now we're at a Good Morning America level of exposure. How much are they paying you for that, by the way?
Same as motherboard device.
Why do you do all these things for free?
Because
you realize the entire reason that there's a wage gap between men and women is because women like you will not get paid by multi-billion-dollar corporations to do work.
I don't believe in getting paid for academic pursuits.
That's why you make less money. Well, not you. I mean, the
the
gender.
There you go. You got to pick a side, bro.
Not you in particular, because you're already, you know.
Nope.
You were a multi.
You heard it here. That's why you make less money, Jessa. Louis Rossman, 2017. All right. So now I will remind you of the last data phone we just recovered, which had nothing wrong with it. It is possible, given the diagnostic prowess of the data recovery team here at Ross Repair Group, it's possible that this phone doesn't have anything wrong with it because we did not follow rule number 1.
Make sure that you have good parts.
Yeah, you don't have a board problem until you know you don't have a parts problem.
And here at Rossman Repair, I don't think we have parts for anything.
Well, you got the other one. Here, let's take this apart.
Can I scratch?
Yeah, you can scratch.
I scratch.
You're going to have to like tear up that whole layer of ground plane. All right, how
is this like the thing that Paul did the other day?
What's the Rossman Repair Group data recovery team's policy on using phone A's parts on phone B? I mean, obviously everything is well labeled and it's going to go back together.
Well, it's the same person. And
Yes!
they sent this in solely to be used as a donor.
Okay.
So since they specifically sent it to be used as a donor, that's fine. In any other case, as Ricky Vegan would say, you never use parts from good thing to fix bad thing, because then you have two broken things.
All right, so then let's take off this. Should we check to see if this thing just
Jessa
works?
doesn't have to make money from academic pursuits because she makes $80,000 a month from her YouTube channel.
How much do you make on YouTube? Tell me. Nobody will know. It's just
in the words
between
of
us.
Sonny, a number that I'm happy with.
Wait, Sonny said a number that.
Sonny
what did you
always.
ask him? How much are you paying Yelp?
No, how much
a number that I'm happy with?
How much are you paying the guy that does all your touch ICs? And he said a number that I'm happy with. There's a white iPhone 5 in my tray that needs help, Jessa, says Paul.
Well, there's no. That's a 5. I see that you got a 5S. Is that what you're calling a 5? I don't think you have anything wrong with those. Well, tell me about those, Paul S. Let's fix them up. I was coming here to do that 4S PMIC job But we don't know where it is. Where is it?
Jessa lost it.
Jessa lost it.
Jessa lost it.
I have to say, Paul, your whole little area here is super nice. Very well organized, put together, clean. I see your little mod that you made for the power supply.
I need to get a fiberglass pen for myself.
No, man, that thing, it gets all over your desk. There's no way to avoid it getting in your eyes.
Or an X-Acto.
I might have brought an X-Acto.
I broke all my X-Actos.
Yeah, you're going to have to
I'm scratching my tweezers.
That's
Here we go. Here we go, I see traces. Let's try to not to break them. Damn, that's all this is.
Put some alcohol, let's see if we can see anything.
I feel like, you know that song? I've been working on the railroad.
So your Paul S, your 5 needs a TriStar job? Yeah, let's do that. You got any 1608 TriStars?
I have them, actually. I have 300.
You do?
Yeah, I have about
300 of them?
Yes, I do.
Do
you need?
How many do you plan to sell? Like 6? And then what are you going to do with the other 200? What are you going to do, like Boston Tea Party with the 294 1608 TriStars that no one's ever going to need?
If you ever need a TriStar chip, go to store.rossmangroup.com, go chips by type, charging circuit, and click on TriStar. For a limited time only, you will find them for under $4, all in stock with same-day shipping from New York City. Only $3.30, no minimum order quantity.
That's going to be, what's the opposite of limited time? For an unlimited time, for endless, for all time, you will find a lifetime supply of TriStar 1608 chips. All right, here's a screen so we can see.
Those are authentic 1608s, Jessa.
They're vintage.
More people buy those than I ever imagined.
They do not. How many have you sold? One. I don't believe you sold a single one. Nobody's bought that at all.
All right, that's a lot. Wait, I can't. I'm not going to log in and show everybody my back.
Okay. Please tell me, let me show you. That this is not your iPhone 5. Here. This, make it go to this.
Wait, oh fuck, hit the wrong thing. One sec. Microscope. Let's see, how many of those I sold? How many of that beautiful product that I sold?
None. So this iPhone 5 has the connectors all arranged just like in the 5S. That's really messed up. And it's got this dock here that's the same as in the 5S. It's got a 5S battery. It's got a battery connector for a 5S. This is the most crazy iPhone 5 I've ever seen. All right, tell me what's wrong with this phone. Do you actually have an iPhone 5?
Okay, Jessa, I've sold 35 of that
You
shit.
have not.
Look at the report. Look at the report.
I can't see that.
Of course you can't. I could probably say anything and you could just... Well, no, look, seriously. If I go into the reports in more detail, we can even see who ordered them.
You probably shouldn't have shown me that. If you have sold... How many Mason chips have you sold?
I stopped selling them when they started raping me on the price. Let's see.
This is another 5S.
It looks like I sold 100.
100 Mason chips?
Uh-huh.
All right, you're selling more chips than I thought. Might have to start selling chips.
You're not going to win. It's a cutthroat business, Jessa.
35 fucking 1608 chips? That's
it's
crazy.
It's a cutthroat business, Jessa. And you got to compete with this right here.
I was noticing that you had a quick for sale in the window.
That's broken.
I'm pretty sure it has a broken heating element.
That is broken.
What's the discount for the...
Do you think I would put something that worked in the window? That's for display only. I'm too cheap to waste that on display. So how do you feel about scraping off the rest of that with a pair of very dull tweezers from the last 3 times I've used it to scrape through a board?
I think we should see whether or not... Here, stick this on there. See whether or not it actually has anything wrong with it. Given the fact that the iPhone 5 is
well,
a 5S...
it does. The battery's bent.
Let's see if it just boots up. And then you can fix my microphone.
Have you the iPhone 10 as a daily phone? I don't use iPhones. iPhones are for... No.
I saw an iPhone 10 today.
I don't use iPhones, man. I need phones with SD card slots and liquid proofing and not Apple. Okay, how do I turn it on?
You could try hitting the power button.
Which one is that, the left or the right?
Under the sticker.
This side or the other side?
That side.
How do you tell? It doesn't have a label on it.
That's like saying, how do I take this picture from a camera that somebody gave me at a restaurant? It's the button on the top right. Like
I should probably plug it into the power supply rather than the battery, which is most likely dead.
Right, so nothing's happening here.
Yeah, but I don't know how much power it's taking because I don't have the...
All right.
Let's plug in the power squid.
Sounds good.
So which iPhone is this? This is the 8, the 10, the 9?
It is the 6.
Okay, so this is an iPhone 6.
All day long.
So that means that I plug in this one for the battery?
No.
Is it this one? How about this one? Is this the battery connector?
I think that Rossman Repair Group should know his products a little bit better than
this one, right?
So it sounds like you need some assistance, all right?
Are you picking your lip?
No.
Are you biting your nail?
No.
You're not supposed to bite your nail. Stop it.
It's the only way I can
You're setting a bad example.
Not be able to find an iPhone 6 battery connector.
Okay, turn this off. Now we do this. And... Okay. I think this plugs in like so. If not, I'm sure my power supply will tell me in protest.
I think we should put a Christmas tree up in here.
I have a Christmas tree in the front.
I think you should put a Christmas tree back here for employee morale.
This is a 6. This is a 6S.
6.
Okay. What's the Christmas tree going to do for morale? I don't want people to be reminded that they have days off.
You know what you could do then? You could do some training and have like a little pictorial. You know what you could do? You could print out the Bloomberg article on the different iPhone types so that your team can learn the difference between the iPhone 5 and 5S.
0.09 and then nothing. Oh, you have to hold the button down. Whoa, you were taking an amp there for a second.
Probably this piece of shit power squid. Mine don't do that. The ones at iPad Rehab Supply work beautifully. They don't give you spikes
steal your
of
credit card
for
information.
No reason.
Jessa's site is like Equifax.
They always work great.
You're purposely sabotaging it.
So
you said, why is this off the table? Why would you do that? You're using gravity to make these products look bad.
I didn't pull it off the table.
I saw you put it there.
Okay, grab a... Here's... Do you have, she asked, expecting the answer no,
a screen?
A lightning cable to plug this into your computer.
What's that?
It's the thing that plugs in there.
Why don't it
makes it talk to iTunes? It will tell us whether or not
it's on. That's a USB cable. Why are you coming up with these silly names for standard things for?
Do you have
a lightning cable? It's a USB cable, woman. Let's see. Do I have a lightning cable?
Do you have one? That still doesn't sound like a yes.
That's a great question.
Mm-hmm. Do you have one that doesn't kill your TriStar chip?
I have a StarTech one.
Is that a good kind?
That's the best.
You like wires on. What should I do? Give me some ideas on how I can fuck stuff up in here before it gets back.
Check it out.
Oh my God, is this one of the ones you've been trying to sell for like 10 years?
Yeah, nobody wants to buy it.
Did you ever dissect them to see if they're actually legit?
They're StarTech. Everything StarTech makes is legit.
Are you sure?
110%.
Okay, bro.
If it's not legit, then that means that that's something that shouldn't be in the original to begin with.
It's kind of short. All right, so how do we plug this into your computer that you just installed iTunes for the very first time ever about 5 minutes ago?
I'm not crawling behind that desk.
Where's the... I mean, this is too short. This is like, how are we going to work with that?
You're not gonna. You don't trip over it. That's the whole point. It's worker safety. OSHA.
I don't understand how anybody's been fixing any iPhones in here.
We fix mad iPhones, bro.
Ever. How do you determine...
It's wireless.
Paul, how do you figure out whether or not an iPhone is detected by iTunes in this space?
We don't use iTunes. We use specialized software. We're like drive savers. We wear lab coats. We don't need to use iTunes is
Dr. Phone and Wondershare.
iTunes is shit that you get off of a consumer website. Do you think that we're as amateur as this?
That's what we should do. Oh, you know what we should really do? Guess what I tried to do when I was in Boston? I tried to log in under a new username to Apple Support Community Forum, and guess what happened?
You're banned.
Well, I'm definitely banned, but my new, just made up new username is also banned while in Boston. Isn't that like...
They're pretty dedicated to ensuring that you can't...
So that's why I want you to see how long it takes you to get banned.
Where's my USB extension cable? I just bought some. Is this it? No, that's a bunch of LEDs.
That's a bunch of 1608 TriStars you're never going to sell.
I sold a bunch of those already. I think somebody's jealous that I sell more 1608 TriStars.
I'm stunned, actually. It seems almost unbelievable. Oh shit, this is falling up.
You should never clean your office because when you clean, you have to find stuff.
Where's the USB port under there? I'll plug it in.
You want to?
Where is it?
Do you think I'll stream will make more money if the camera's on you going under a desk?
No, I don't.
This is very Clintonish, but I don't feel like a Democrat. Here, go.
Oh, let's see how StarTech can stand up to.
That's good. You're gonna hurt yourself.
Whipping. All right, where is it? Just tell me. I'm only gonna go under there one time. Put it down. If I plug this in, will you log on to Apple Support Community Forum and answer a couple questions? It's a good deal.
Maybe. You're a mom. You know that means no.
Yeah,
you would have fell for it if otherwise.
That's not a good negotiation.
Let's see. I probably have a USB extension cord.
So you're gonna go hunt down more equipment rather than take my deal?
Your deal is very one-sided. It requires registration.
How about this? Here's my other deal. Do a review of Dr. Phone and Wondershare.
Speaking of reviews, did I tell you I'm getting a free $900 thermal camera?
Yeah, I heard you say that, but I don't know who or why.
This company is sending me a free $900 thermal camera, not being aware that I'm probably going to completely trash it.
But what if it's awesome?
But what are the chances of that happening?
This cord is too short. I'm going to take it out and strangle you with it. Just letting you know. Oh, yeah. God damn it. All right, here we go.
Where's my USB extensions? I bought these for my other stuff. Grr. $2 from Project Phoenix Media. Thank you, Project Phoenix Media.
Oh, you still get donations? Oh, it must be
Project
nice.
Phoenix says you're extra thick, and they gave you a donation of $2.
Oh, this looks like it's in DFU mode. Oh, okay? So you have backlight, but no image. All right. Does iTunes detect it?
Wait, what's iTunes? Oh, I spelled it wrong. iTuners? iTunes.
You just installed it. Dude, don't make your grandma do the work. You should be ashamed. I hope you're ashamed. Do you feel ashamed?
Tell me. A little bit.
A little bit, do you? I don't think so.
Okay, how do I open iTunes? C, program files.
Wouldn't it open it itself?
Perhaps I should make a shortcut to it. I may have to use this program again at some point in the future.
Oh, wait, it sees the phone. Great, so now you know it really is long-term damage.
You want to allow it to access. Okay, now what do you think the chances are there's a password in the ticket?
Well, it doesn't matter. We don't have image. Because it has long-term damage.
Oh, yeah.
We got to fix that.
Oh, that's no fun.
You got to fix that.
Moot says I agree that Lewis is super thick. I'm not super thick.
All right, so let's make sure that's this phone. So disconnect.
So I think I broke off most of the ground plane.
All right, so this is booting, and it has no
How many
image.
amperes was it taking?
The normal amount.
How do you know? Because you don't have a USB amp meter plugged in.
What?
Why is it spelled USB ammeter instead of amp meter?
That really bothers me.
There's no P.
I try not to use that word.
No, and I was going to edit it on my website because I don't want to be a part of the culture that takes the P out of words that need the P in them.
I totally feel for you. I feel like
You're
a retard.
the only other person that thinks
Every time I write it, I feel like an idiot.
Ammeter. That's
in
so
fact,
lame.
I try not to use that
I think that was a Chinese typo.
I say things like,
would it be funny if that was a Chinese typo and it just got implemented?
Have you measured your USB current or things like that? I try to avoid it.
Ammeter. That's totally a Chinese typo.
All right, let's see what's going on.
I want to get my... Okay, so...
All right, I'm going to look at this and see how... See what's up.
There's a lot more scraping to be done. Would you like a normal chair?
Huh?
You can just run over the wire.
Over top of that. All right.
You have to lift the chair all the way up because the desk is higher. This little thing on the side. There you go. Now you're tall.
Now I'm tall. All right.
It has always been ammeter. That's horseshit.
Oh, man. That's
Did you get the customer I sent in who wanted the PCB installed into the iPhone 6 that bypasses TriStar? Huh?
What?
Not sure.
Oh, wait. I've heard about that. I think that's a legit Chinese thing. All right. You might have dug down a little bit deep.
Okay, let's lower. Can I lower the light a little? Actually, let me just adjust the exposure up here so they can see it better.
And this is like some janky ass long screw damage repair with no X-Acto.
What are you using?
Your tweezers.
Use an X-Acto.
Let me see if I have it.
Break
do you
Paul's.
have?
No,
do
don't
you
break
have an
Paul's.
X-Acto?
He's watching.
Is there an X-Acto knife in this?
Paul has one, but
Ooh,
he knows how to use guns, and
we'll steal it. We'll put it back.
But he knows how to use guns.
I'm gonna check to see if I brought one in my bag of tricks for dissecting the iPhone X, which is really hard to say. Oh, there's the pieces of it. I can't remember if it's supposed to be the X or the 10. I think it's the 10. I'm gonna mess that up big time.
Mike hat. Mike hat.
You know what? They really shouldn't allow you to just walk on TSA with an X-Acto knife. They made me throw out like this, like hairspray, but you can fucking bring stabby tweezers and lithium batteries. Oh, that's fine. But not hairspray. That's where we draw the line. It wasn't even hairspray. It was this like little bottle of like this oil stuff.
It said that our foreign policy
our
foreign policy is so bad that you have to take off your shoes at the airport because there are people that will use their stuff in their shoes to kill you on a plane.
Yeah, but then look at what you're allowed to bring.
I could do a lot with that.
Yeah, you can. Like.
But no, seriously, old lady versus this. Like, old lady's blind.
Yeah, like if we had you could choose your weapon. Do you want to pick that or do you want to pick hairspray? Not even hairspray. Like a little tiny thing of a smoothing oil or something like that. You can tell how frizzy my hair is.
Paul says you can use my X-Acto.
Yay! Then I will stop making fun of Paul.
It's probably placed in a perfectly reasonable spot, labeled, organized.
Oh, here's the iPhone. Here's the iPhone. See? God damn it.
What?
That's what I'm talking about. That's why I can't handle this.
What? It doesn't stick?
Yeah, it came off in my hand right now.
Why do you have another iPhone?
I told you why. We're not going to discuss it.
We're going to discuss it.
No, we're not.
We're going to discuss this.
No, we're not.
You're supporting the company that you hate.
I'm not.
They ban you.
Not very, very
long. And you're like, thank you for banning me. Let me buy another shiny iPhone. All right, check it out. Don't crack it. Is this an 8 or a 10 or a?
This is the 10. It's the iPhone X.
Why is this so much money?
With the fucked up Face ID now.
Why does this cost so much money?
I don't know.
Hey, why don't you answer calls from your dad?
Wait, my dad called?
Jesus Christ, woman. Your dad called. I just cleared it because. Yeah.
Did my dad call when I was standing outside for like 20 minutes so you could do your Andrew Dembski thing or take a shit or whatever you were doing? I don't know.
Priorities. Mm-hmm. Oh man, the screen on this looks as bad as Windows 8. Look at this tiling shit.
All right, here's your job.
This is awful.
You make this work.
And why is this phone so cold? Oh, they made it out of metal or something? Why is it so cold?
I don't know.
It's freezing.
It's cold-hearted. It's from the company. All right, I'm going to go look for his exact.
Where's the home button?
There isn't a home button. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you have to, that's hard to get used to. So why get an iPhone?
Wow. They went from one button to none.
Like, but you can, as of last night, make animated poop emojis with your own voice.
Wait, I just unlocked it.
I know.
How did I unlock your phone?
I told you this.
Yeah, but you made it 20 sentences. Who's supposed to follow that?
No, I gave you a. I wrapped it up in one thing.
What's that?
At the end, it was the TLDR because I knew you weren't going to read it. This is what you're going to fix.
Oh God.
Just make this work. Can you please make this work? This is what you made me buy a year ago.
You're guilting me.
Yes.
You're laying on some guilt.
Yes.
You're going to have a real microphone, though. Here, take this phone before I break it.
Okay.
I can't believe you bought an Apple product.
You know why I did that. What would you have done?
I would have not purchased the Apple product, but I also would have said, fuck you to Good Morning America.
You would not.
They're the fake news ABC.
You would not.
Look at what they did just a day or two ago with the Flynn crap. I'm going to make sure there's a bunch of Pepe in the office saying ABC fake news to the tomorrow show. I have to get that in there as an Easter egg. I will die happy if I get that in there as an Easter egg.
That would be pretty funny. It would also be pretty funny if they edited it out.
No.
Because I'm going to New Jersey.
I'll file copyright claims on them.
All right, let's see what's going on here.
Okay, what is this?
Wait, did you already fix this? I don't remember. Did I send you this?
This can wait for later. Can you make the long screw thing?
All right, here. That's your job, and we'll trade jobs.
Okay, so what is this piece over here?
That's the... Well, there's another piece. That's the receiver or whatever. Here, this is the other piece. That's the... It's got to go in there. Something needs to...
Okay, this goes in here, and then this goes to your camera.
Well, I don't think it actually fits in there. That's the problem. All right, I bet it's going to be super easy to find Paul's X-Acto knife, because I bet he has it, like, just out. Holy shit, look at that. It was just, like, absolutely right there. All right. TSA is pointless. Yes, it is. Hairspray is flammable. So is eyeball juice, I bet. All right. Is that an iPhone X? Yes, it is. Open it. Go ahead. More streams with Lewis being social. Lewis is perfectly fine. Come down to the shop. Lewis is giving free hugs to all subscribers. 1 day only. Free hug with purchase of the 1608 TriStar chip. I think you should run that special for the holidays.
Does your camera have an audio input? What camera do you use?
The one that you made me buy.
Ah, the one that doesn't have audio input.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, yeah. This is the thing. Yeah.
Starting to think your recommendations get about 9 seconds of thought.
That was back when you had a camera that had audio input.
I know.
Oh, yeah. So this is, about that.
But, I mean, why can't... But why can't this plug into the computer with USB? It does. Like.
Well, that could plug into the computer, but it'll be noisy.
Better or worse than what I have right now? Better? Would it be noisy as in, yeah, your web should have SSL, but it'll work without it?
Kind of like that.
Yeah. Should I make this be, like...
Hit F2.
Great.
That looks raped.
No, this is just how they go. Gotta do a little fillet.
Damn, you spent a lot of money on this useless shit. I feel bad. But then I remembered how much money you make, and now I feel less bad. I
don't think that's how it works.
Wait a second.
And then you remembered
this doesn't even plug into this. This is male into male.
That's the whole fucking problem. That's the fucking adapter that you made me buy after you made me buy the
What do you mean made you? Personal choice.
No! Jessa, here's an email of everything you need. Buy everything on this list. Lewis, I just want to get one from Amazon. No, that's a waste of money. Too expensive. Buy this one from, I believe, something like Stockholm. Pay Swedish kroner. Wait 8 weeks. This shows up. Lewis, it doesn't plug in. What do you mean it doesn't plug in? Buy this $50 adapter.
This is a...
Lewis, I bought the adapter. The adapter doesn't fit.
Is this a receiver or a transceiver?
I don't know. One of us is an audiophile. I would ask that one. All right, we're going to make image great again on this. So, what do you think Paul would have done this long screw damage?
Paul would have done it. You saw what he did the other day?
Yeah, I saw. So this is like his next level up.
Yeah, this is the next level of misery for Paul.
There you go, Paul.
I plan to slowly transition all the miserable stuff over to Paul.
You're kind of like...
He hasn't agreed to the teaching yet, but it's going to be some time.
Scrooge. It's like Bob, and he's like Bob Cratchit. You're like, all right, I'll let you have one piece
Mood,
of
it's the A5100, Sony A5100. I think it's really good for cheap if you want to do video with an HDMI out. It's just it has no audio input.
What, the Sony camera?
Yeah, and that entire setup is...
I will give you this props, Lewis. You sent me the thing that makes it so I can plug it into the DC power supply. That is awesome, and I use it every day.
What thing?
It had, when I first got it, I had to charge up the battery, and then I could do a stream for, 5 minutes, and then it would die. And then you just sent me a battery plugged to with alligator. I alligator clamped it to DC power.
Mood, I got her a DPA 4065 microphone. By I got her, I mean I sent her a link and she paid for it.
From eBay from Switzerland or some bullshit.
It was like 290 sweet.
You like?
It was 290 bucks. That's a great deal for a DPA 4066.
I told you I will click on your Amazon link. I will buy this. Is this the right thing to get? And you're like, that's too much money. Buy this.
Now I need a way to get it to her computer.
Buy this weird eBay link instead. So I did a year ago.
And this piece of crap Audio Technica.
I've used the microphone, 0.
She has this Audio Tech thing that uses a male connector on the receiver instead of a female connector on the receiver. I mean on the transmitter, not the receiver, which is beyond me. Good night, Paul Daniels.
Paul Daniels also has gallbladder woes.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
Does he?
Yeah.
Why?
What do you mean why? Same thing, because his gallbladder hates him.
Why does it hate? That's so passive. What do you mean gallbladder hates? You have to do something, I imagine, for that to happen.
I don't think so.
What did you do for that to happen?
Me? Lost weight.
Too many phone repairs? I think it was too many phone repairs for $99.
No, it was all that stupid macros thing where I'm weighing and measuring everything, and then if you don't eat, like you remember that when I was counting all those grams. And
well, you look better as a result, at least.
Yeah, but now I don't have a gallbladder.
You look 5 years younger.
No, I'm only 64.
I was gonna say 59, but.
Oh, thanks. You're the best.
Jess, have you had to do any iPhone 10 repairs yet?
Yeah, I did one today. I got still pending. I need to fix the Face ID.
What do you think of all these companies avoiding, like Windows 9, iPhones avoiding 9, because I think in Japan 9 rhymes with torture or something terrible.
Is that what the deal is?
That was the rumor, and I thought it was BS because it wasn't worth it to me to put the time into the research for it, because it just sounded silly. But now Microsoft did it and Apple did it. What do you think? What are your thoughts?
I think that when one of them does it, I mean, the 10 for Apple makes sense because it was 10-year anniversary. It seems kind of dumb to. It's almost like I'd really like to be able to put out the iPhone 10 on the 10th year anniversary. And if we hadn't made all these stupid S's, then we would be on 10. So fuck it, we're just skipping up to 10 now.
I think I have a feeling it's because of the 9 rhyming with torture.
Maybe.
What kind of biz you got in NJ, Jessa?
What?
That's Moot. He's from Jersey. He's a regular.
What kind of biz you got in New Jersey? We're going to throw some iPhone X's off a roof.
Because nobody's ever thrown an iPhone off a roof for.
We're doing groundbreaking news.
This is what ABC prioritizes, besides fake news on Mike Flynn.
Groundbreaking news. We're going to throw some iPhone X's. I feel really bad for them because they're like, what do you think it's going to look like inside? And I'm like,
every other phone in existence. Nobody cares.
It's probably going to look like a normal iPhone.
Open the phone to know exactly how it works. If you want to open the phone, you'll see what's inside. Nobody cares.
It up, though. It's pretty cool. It's like
nobody cares.
It's like all battery. What happened?
Who cares? I gave it back to you.
What did I do with it after that? All right, where's the alcohol? Let's see.
I have an alcohol container behind the water container. I'm hungry. Let's fix this and get out of here.
All right, this is gonna be done. This will be done soon. Oh man.
I'm hungry.
All right, where's? You want me to put Windex on it? What are you talking about?
No, see the Snapple bottle. There's an alcohol thingy behind it.
Is this drinking alcohol? Have you taken a sip out of this today?
No.
Yesterday.
The ones that for drinking alcohol are in the front.
And they look just like this, don't they?
Yeah.
I thought so. What about Q-tips?
You can't even drop an iPhone 10 from a belt clip without breaking, it says Mood.
From a what?
From a belt clip without breaking.
Belt clip. We'll find out. Maybe that's true, maybe not. Tomorrow, we will find out on Good Morning America whenever they feel like making
you should totally fast forward every commercial through.
Making that 3-minute clip.
And turn on ad block every time you watch it. So that the evil Jessa doesn't make any more money from it.
Jessa's 0 times like 100 still 0.
Why do you do all these things for free, Jessa?
Because I'm a good person, Lewis. That's why.
If you were a good person, you wouldn't charge money for your forum. that was one of the posts I saw on Facebook.
Really?
If you were a good person, you wouldn't charge money for your forum.
Well, you went on there and had a rant with somebody. Oh, guess who that was? That was that same guy. Where you were like, you said, it was about the free trial. You were like, the free trial was the years and years of answering iPhone questions for free and doing all this YouTube. Now, $29 a month.
I love getting that question, like, what is the free trial for the forum? And it's like, you fucker. Thick girl helps repair electronics, says Mike Smith.
Huh? Mike Smith. All right. I'm not sure that you have long screw damage, bro. I think you might have ripped up a couple of traces over here, but these traces look like they're going to be pretty intact. So we got to find another reason why.
Both mics are crackling. Yeah, that's because pedalboard sucks. All right.
An amazing litter box. It is life-changing. You know what's cool about it? It counts how many times your cats go in there. It's got like a counter like at an amusement park ride. Don't you think that's pretty cool? All right, Oreo, I'll leave you in the closet with this litter box. When I come back home tonight, it better say 1 or 2. I thought it was pretty cool. We went to Boston and came back. Boney Bones has been in the litter box 15 times. Pretty sweet.
Why do I delete messages? Jess's mic is breaking up. My wife thinks you like him. You guys cool with cheese pizza from Domino's?
What?
I'm not a pizza person.
What the hell is all of this chat?
We don't get to eat cheese pizza. Vegan, no gallbladder.
Lois is teaching me how to be vegan.
Jess is teaching me how to have gallstones.
Jess is questioning his veganism of whether or not he would eat Miracle Mike, the headless chicken.
I'm not going to eat Miracle Mike. I know that you think that eating
headless chicken. It's because we've talked about this a lot, and your whole premise is always that they're sentient.
It's mean.
And that they could run away from and have that sense of fear. And I think that I just wondered what your opinion would be if you added the variable of, hey, what if it doesn't have a head?
Poor chicken.
So you still wouldn't eat it?
No, but I've not been desensitized by watching chickens get eaten up by foxes and raccoons from my window at night going,
They're dumb, man. I'm telling you, I don't feel bad for them. They're dumb. They're dumb. They'll sit up in the tree.
So are half of your students.
I don't feel bad for these
Would you eat their heads?
No, because I don't really like human meat.
What makes it different from the chicken?
Probably gamey. I mean, I don't really know for sure. I've never really tried it. Maybe it's good. I mean, I would be up for anything. Try a little light cannibalism. Here's the thing. These chickens are so dumb that they sit in the tree. There's a chicken coop that's right there. They don't go in there. They go in the tree. Like, they're like, yeah, thanks for building that. We're just going to go in the tree. They're assholes. They're unappreciative.
Why would they want the chicken coop? It looks like prison. It can be closed at any given time, and if the fox comes, they can't run away.
It's warm and cozy. It has, like, hay in there. I put real sticks
They can smell the blood of the other chickens.
Well, it didn't used to be like that. It didn't used to be like going to the gas chamber.
Let's let's say I build a house for you, and in that house you walk in and you can smell the blood of your parents and your cousin. Would you sleep? Would you say, you know what, I'm gonna get an Airbnb?
Not if you built it for me. I would feel
okay. Well, you're gullible, but somebody else.
I would feel obligated to.
You answer the Nigerian scammer email. Somebody else.
If you really built a house, I mean, especially you, like, I don't think that. What can you hang a shelf? Do you know what lefty loosey righty tighty means on the screwdriver?
I do. That actually doesn't work on my bike.
Have you ever operated a miter saw?
Never.
Yeah. So if you built a house, that would be really impressive. There's no way. I mean, that would just be so mean to be like, yeah, thanks for doing all that. That's
an emotional sidestep to the obvious answer of this argument, which is that you would not sleep in a house that smelled like the blood of your
No, here's the argument is that I don't have any sympathy for gross stupidity and evolutionary disregard for evolutionary
Will you eat my
instincts.
Students? If I brought my students for Thanksgiving, because I have a few, like minority, but a few that could qualify.
That you're going to eat? What are you talking about? A few that could qualify for what?
For about the intelligence of the chicken.
Okay. The graduates of your training?
There are quite a few people that would qualify. I know some people that keep getting banned from this website that's literally lobbying to ruin her business, and she just spent $1,000 with them.
For a reason, to not look like an idiot.
Of course. And of course, I would not want to look like an idiot. That's exactly why I'd buy an iPhone 10.
I told you I was going to take it back.
Let me just get my carving knife and plate.
You said you were going to take it back.
Step into the barbecue.
You said you were going to take it back if we could get a real phone. Which is the iPhone 6. The best phone ever. By the way, like, you know, when you first met me, I believe I had that same iPhone 6. How many phones have you gone through? Like three or four at least.
See. I met you. Popping.
I bet there's nothing wrong with this. Nothing wrong with this whole thing. I bet the screen just wasn't connected. Let's find out.
That would be.
As long screw. Classic case. Let's see. Wouldn't it be hilarious? Especially because the only other phone here also has nothing wrong with it. That would be pretty funny.
Sad.
You got like the magic door. Like phones come through and they just get healed. Does he have like holy water?
It sure is. It's not going to work unless I reboot, so I don't care.
Lip sync is
off. It's just a piece of shit program that like does audio routing and VST plugins. I can choose between Windows Audio, which is crackling, or Direct Sound, which is no audio sync.
What's the difference between lip sync and pedal board and all this stuff? And
this thing lets me route microphones to plus. So, for example, you know, people bitch and complain on your live streams that they can hear bass.
Yeah.
Or the desk. So this little thing,
I just
it's like
refer them to the iPad Rehab Sucks video.
Yes, I have this thing. Like, it'll filter out lows. If you scream, it'll compress. I have this thing that brings the volume up so it matches other audio. And I can route it like to multiple microphones and all that, which is great. Except it's free, and it works like something that's free, which is, it doesn't. Audio is falling out. Yes, it is. Like, that's what, mouse, screen audio software, fucking with it. Can't.
Did you get a new router or anything?
For what?
For all your, like, stream dropping stuff.
Oh, yeah. But I think Time Warner finally fixed it because of my sponsorship. So.
Oh, wow.
Can you get Circuit Specialist DC power supplies up in your store? Probably not for less money than what they sell it for. I would want to. Let's see. What if I close this program and open it again? I'm going to close the audio program and open it again.
Try turning it off and on.
And I bet that there's going to be 50 people that say, audio dropped when you said that you were turning the program.
Like,
what if I just put the microphone in the ultrasonic? Yeah, fuck it. This will work or it won't. Is that your grandma or your mom?
Well, look at that. I'm getting younger. Like, not necessarily automatically grandma.
I haven't, but I probably should.
Wow.
How do people tell if our lips are out of sync or not? We're both not facing the camera. But we're being trolled. That's bullshit. What the fuck are you looking at? What, like your ponytail is out of sync with your words? No, I call BS on that. You can't. There's no lip sync.
All right, let's
troll.
Like pay attention and actually fix this phone. All right,
I don't want to fix it.
Where's the multimeter?
I'm hungry, and they're gonna close soon. The place that has good food is going to close soon. And then we're going to have to eat at the place that has crappy food. And then when you're...
And then I'll die of gallstones because I won't be a vegan because we had to go to the crappy vegan place. Which one's the crappy one?
That's the thing. If Circuit Specialist sells the power supply, in order to get it from them, they're going to charge me more.
We have to get vegan food from Circuit Specialist? I don't know about that.
You're mixing things together here.
Right,
if you want gallstones, take Jessa's diet.
That's what's so unkind about it, is that Jessa has had...
Jessa killed 6 chickens every day, and then the 6 chickens killed the Jessa.
No, it's not about that. Jessa has had no gallstone problems forever.
What type of speakers are those? Those are the Teal CS 3.6. Teal makes a few good things. I don't like the SES, but I love the CS 3.6. Phase coherent.
Don't you think that it's bullshit with all of this, like, you know, your whole like fat shaming and all of this war stuff that of all the people that you know, who has put the most effort into diet?
You carried a scale with you.
Yeah, exactly. And that I get shamed for Jessa has gallstones because her diet is bad. Fuck you. You know? Like that's what all of this shaming, that's like what is really like bullshit.
Jessa carries a scale. You actually carried a scale with you.
I sure
I don't have the
did.
discipline to do that.
Yeah, remember like when you were like going to try to eat all that protein? And you were like, fuck this.
It lasted about a day.
One shake, threw up, nope.
I tried to shake and 3 blocks of food. No, I don't care if the audio's out of sync anymore. Man, I gave up. If I close the program, then you can't hear me. Wait, you're a troll. Your account has gotta be a troll. You can't tell audio sync when you're looking at a ponytail. Here, how about this for audio sync? There we go. Oh, you want?
It doesn't beep on the diode mode on the one side.
Actually, wait. You're deep digital multimeter. Bam.
Now they think Jessa carries a scale for selling weed. That's pretty funny.
How do you think she makes
all the lies that everybody learns about Jessa from Lewis's channel? That is quite loud. All right, let's figure out which image line is the problem and get this dealt with. All right, so we're going to do diode mode in the connector on the good board versus the bad board real quick and figure out which one of these is the damn problem. All right, so we got to do some... All right, it's going to be one of these that it can't detect.
Do you see what happens when you ask people to screw with and fix silly audio issues in the middle of diagnosing a phone? You get no audio. How about that?
Is it no audio now?
Paul says, so that's how she has a full tower of gold selling weed.
How much, what's the unit of measuring for selling weed? Baggie? Is it sold by the Baggie?
Wade, I think. I never bought weed before.
Me neither. I don't know anything about it.
I'm clueless about weed.
How do you differentiate the good weed from the bad weed?
Part of it is smell.
I think it would be fun to like grow weed. Like you could.
You really shouldn't say that on a live stream.
It would be fun.
Maybe if you lived in Massachusetts, some hippie state where they have all that stuff legalized.
Sure, I mean if it was legal, which I think it will be in.
Oh yeah, and definitely in my lifetime. It's a complete and utter waste of law enforcement's time. There we go. Shrink this shit like that. Top, we make that even 70 pixels. I think that's a sexy transform. There we go. Here, making it transparent sucks because I can't change the font color. We'll stick with that. Copy that.
I really don't feel like taking this board out.
Copy that transform over to here. Yeah, we should probably.
All right. Who's been paying attention and can tell me where is there a diode mode mismatch between these two boards? Anybody? Because I don't remember.
I'm hungry.
Too much time spent in a cab. That was brutal, man. It took longer to ride to the hotel from the airport than to get from Rochester to New York. Isn't that ridiculous?
That sounds like a terrible experience.
Yes, it was.
Let's get food, and you can come back tomorrow at 6 a.m. and fix this phone.
I think it's this guy here. All right. Let's just leave this here and fix it like after the 3-minute thing.
What 3-minute thing?
Hey, look at the iPhone X, and it looks totally normal after we dropped it. Yay!
Oh, tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hungry. Don't you have a student here? Let's make him fix it. This is a great learning project. It's totally solvable. It's just image, diode mode in the connector, understand chestnut. I'll do it.
You want to teach him?
That piece, I mean, then I got to go teach my students. But
come on, who's more important, the students that are paying you or the students that are not?
I think it's most important to get out of here because I feel super exhausted. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well. So much for fixing that.
So there you go. Long screw damage. Looks just like this. And that's what you want it to look like when the traces really don't seem to be broken.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, me too. Let's get the hell out of here. It's super late.
Let's see. How late are you guys open till? Tell me you're open till 11 and not 10. Yes! Ha-ha! They have the best veggie burger.
What time is it?
It's 9:48.
That's late. How did it get to be so late? It should probably be like 7.
I know. Time flies when you're not fixing
anything. I'm just kind of like...
You brought that curse down here, haven't you?
It is, man.
Okay.
Fixing is a myth.